30 hertz straight up.
Thank you for tuning in to another wonderful episode of Lupus Has No Face podcast. I'm your host, Savannah Burks. We will be discussing invisible inheritance. We do not choose our legacy. I got my special guest, my friend Donnie, in the building today.
Thank you for having me.
You welcome. How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
So, what was your day like coming into here before we get this started?
Very busy.
Busy?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Just running around, dentist appointments, taking care of my I own a couple of ATMs and I own 2 properties, so just taking care of everything and trying to get here on time. So
okay, I'm gonna have to add you to the business series.
Definitely.
I didn't get that memo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna be working with you.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, we're gonna jump right into it. So, can you share a little bit about who you are outside of lupus?
I am a father. I am an activist. I pretty much to myself, but I've been told that I was a people person. I love to help. I don't see people just off of first thought. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they, choose,
that's that Libra thing.
So, yeah, more of a Pisces thing. But anyway,
that's that Libra thing. Okay, so for those you just shared for a little bit that you do personally, right? Okay, so when was the first time that you heard that you had the invisible illness? And was it diagnosed properly the first time?
Definitely not. Okay, so this is what happened. 2005. I normally weighed in the range of like 210, 200 pounds. I was just like constantly sick, felt like, I don't know if it was cold, flu, or whatever, but I rapidly dropped weight. I got down to like 165 pounds. People thought I was doing drugs or something like that. But it just got so sick to the point that I was taken to St. Luke's.
Okay.
Get to St. Luke's.
So wait, let's backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So you were just very sick. Like, what was you experiencing, and how long was this before you actually decided to go to the hospital?
It was like, I'm not gonna lie, it was like 2-3 weeks, and I'm just declining, weakness, chills, felt like I had like pneumonia or something like that. I don't know, I couldn't put a finger on it, right? So I'm losing weight, no appetite, everything, right? So we finally put me in St. Luke's Hospital. I'm in there for 8 days. This is why I don't go to St. Luke's. No, I'm just being honest. They're like, well, we don't know what's going on, and we're just going to run a whole bunch of tests. And like one day they'll come back and they go, well, like, you don't have AIDS, you don't have HIV. And the next day they come back and they're like, you don't have this and you don't have that. And they'll come back the next day like they're just running off a random checklist, right?
They are.
They came in the last day and said, like, with a smile, like, we got good news. You got lupus. No clue of what lupus is. No clue that it was a small percent of males, especially black men,
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, had lupus. I'm in a complete blind. So now there's to the point of how to treat, you know, my situation. And it was just months and months of trial and error.
Mm-hmm. What
You
kind
know,
of lupus do you have?
I have joint lupus, and my lupus affected my kidneys.
Okay.
My lupus affected my kidneys, and I was on such high doses of prednisone that my kidneys were failing. After a certain period of time, I was just constantly on this high doses of prednisone to the point of my cartilage in my shoulders and my hips were to the point that they disappeared. So now I'm rubbing bone on bone.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, now it's time for surgery. So I had to, in 2013, I had both of my shoulders replaced. They're titanium from here to here.
Okay.
And then it came to my hips. Both of my hips were replaced. It's titanium from here to here.
So if I got the timeline correctly, 2005, you got diagnosed.
Yes.
And then 2013, your bones were deteriorated.
Yes.
And you had to get artificial replacements.
2013 and 2014. In that period of time, I was 35 years old. And now I have issues with going through the airport.
Mm. It's so amazing how some medicine that can work for you, because prednisone is very good.
Yes.
But if you are on a high doses of it, it deteriorates your bones. You have to be very careful with that.
You have to think about the period of time that I was on these high doses, you know.
So your doses never changed?
Oh, well, for a long period of time, it didn't. And that after the damage was done and we started complaining, then they were looking for alternatives. So it decreased for, you know, a short period of time. But fast forward after, I received my transplant. Now I'm just on 5 milligrams, but it's mandatory. So.
And you do not look like what you've been through.
Oh no. Well, I never claimed it. And we'll just backtrack a little bit. So once we found out that my kidneys were declining,
mm-hmm.
and I was seeing a neurologist, you know, on a daily, and you know, he was at this hospital that I don't attend anymore. I'm not going to say no name to blast.
Thank you.
But I had ended up having once upon a time pancreatitis.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, stomach messed up or whatever, and they're doing the ultrasound and everything. And with doing the ultrasound in my kidneys that were failing, they seen a mass. So they further investigated and come to find out the mass were tumors. So in my left kidney, I had a tumor so large that it was about to go outside the kidney. It was that big. On my right side, I had another mass that was just millimeters. Come to find out, they were 2 different types of cancer. And because that my kidneys were failing, we just came out to a decision of let's just take both kidneys out.
So both is removed?
Both of my kidneys were removed.
Wow.
Then I had to do dialysis. I did dialysis for 7.5 years. And I just want you to understand, at no point did I pity myself, or no point did I feel sorry about myself. I felt that, you know, this was probably God's work to slow me down. and just realign me on what life was really about, because I can just be honest with you. I wasn't doing the right thing and not taking care of my body, and I'm ripping and running. God has a way of sitting you down.
He does have a way of sitting you down and still
Yes.
let you live.
Yes, and it's for you to pay attention to the signs. You don't pity yourself or anything. You just sit down and you realize what's going on, and you will have a greater look on life.
For sure.
You would have you would appreciate a lot of the little things that people take for granted every day. Now, mind you, 7.5 years, no kidneys. And I don't want to be funny, but I did not urinate for 7.5 years.
Wait a minute. What do you mean that you did not have any output?
I did not, period. You don't have any kidneys to filter.
So how was that like?
It was really weird, and it was um, very mandatory for me to do dialysis 3 days a week, and you had to because your kidneys filter all the toxins and everything out of your body, so it was mandatory. So it's 4 days, 4 hours, 3 days a week, and still in those situations you have to watch your water intake, you have to change your diet, you have to do so many different things to make sure that your body is correct. So, and with that, I used to get up 4 o'clock every morning, go to dialysis day in and day out. A lot of people complained, and this the crazy part about it is that I witnessed so many people passing away. People sitting right next to me, and they're going through their phase and they're kicking and screaming, and I never complain. Because this person was in pain. Next day, I come back. I'm like, "Where's so and so?" They're like, "She's passed."
Mm.
And it was eye opening. So I'm just grateful to still be existing.
That is so dope. Like I did so many interviews and met so many different people, and your story has been the most interesting. I love it. Like we can sit here all day and just talk about this particular moment, but I don't want to do that. I want to continue to move along. But that is amazing. And I feel like, when we are in those situations alone, because even though we have support, we go through all of that alone, and we are in tune to God. All those things that you say that we think about and we never complained and he set us down, like that's what it's supposed to be like. I feel like it's supposed to be like, you know what I mean? You sit there and you're doing so well. You're walking, you're talking, you're doing all of the things because you decided to listen.
Definitely.
Most people is like, oh, well, because I was one of those people. Like we had a bad relationship in the beginning when I got diagnosed. Like, how could you do this? Right. But then, as I said and I thought and I was going through those things and I'm like, why not me?
Right.
Because I'm not stopping from anything that I was doing. I still went to college. I still did a lot of things. I'm doing a lot of things. And I felt like he gave me this for a reason to help other people, because it's like, what do lupus is supposed to look like? People always like, you don't look like you have it. And it's like, well, what do I supposed to look like?
That so many times.
You know what I mean? You got to want to take care of yourself. You got to listen. You got to be an advocate for yourself. You got to speak up. A lot of doctors don't know what they're doing. It is a chart that they go off of. Right. And there's some excellent doctors that do know what they're doing, a specialist that's going to hear you and take care of you. So it's definitely for us to advocate for others while we're living healthy with lupus. Is definitely for us to bring other people in abundance. So I definitely appreciate that.
Definitely.
The title of this episode, The Invisible Inheritance. What does that phrase mean to you personally?
Let me think. Well, I'll tell you this. When I accepted what was going on, I became a more productive person. I was an advocate. Once a year, took it upon myself. I had a board of 4 or 5 people, and I just threw a lupus awareness picnic. And we had it at Jackson Park, and I did this for like 5 years straight. Brung
Mm.
everybody together. I had speakers to give more information about lupus and enlighten, because a lot of people really didn't, just as well as myself, I really didn't know anything about lupus. And,
Hmm.
and I think it just made me seek more information and give more awareness to the people. So, I mean, well, you're not going to say lupus was a great thing, but, it was something that made me be more knowledgeable and just try to spread the word more.
Yep. So my question to you: once you accepted what you had, that when you start educating yourself?
Definitely.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
that's something that I do teach because I feel like you got to accept it. And once you accept it, you are willing to learn
Yes,
because a lot of people have things and they don't know. They're
exactly.
not treating themselves. They're not doing right. They're just walking around with what it is that they have.
Right.
And that's beyond an invisible illness. It could be
Right.
anything, right?
Right. Exactly. I agree.
We're going to move on to family, legacy, and health. You shared that lupus runs in your family. Can you talk about how these invisible inheritance has affected your family across generations?
Okay. So I was the first person to be diagnosed with lupus, and then um my mother was getting sick, and she's having like some of the same, familiar issues that I was having, especially like with joint and, with older people, they'll think, we cramping up, oh, this is nothing but arthritis and nothing. No,
Yeah.
no. Took her to the doctor. Come to find out she has lupus.
What kind does she have?
Um, it was hers is just joint.
Okay.
Thank God. Hers is just joint. My son, I have a son named Tashami, the worst lupus of all. His lupus was in his brain, the back of his brain, to the point that he was having so many seizures, falling out, hitting his head on shelves in public, and all that. It was so bad to the point that they had to introduce. He was have so many seizures back to back. They had to induce him into a coma.
Mm.
To keep him from having
Yeah.
seizures. And still to the day, well, he's great on his upkeep and taking care, but he's still on a high dosage of lupus. I mean, sorry,
That's
a
okay.
high dosage of prednisone. And I have told him that you need to be careful, and you inform your doctor of that, because I don't want you to go the same things that you went through. Then last but not least, I have a sister. Come to find out, she has lupus. So anytime my children go to the doctor, or any relative, especially in my immediate family,
Hmm.
I inform them to let the doctor know you have a family history of lupus, so they can get ahead of signs, and they can prevent anything, or other than me finding out way later in the diagnosis. So
And it's hard to
yeah,
reverse things.
yes, definitely.
So how's everyone doing at this point?
Everybody is great.
That's dope. I love to hear that.
Everybody is
I
great.
love to hear that. Okay. How did you first find out you had lupus, and what was your initial reaction? So you told me that you was really sick, but you
Mhm.
didn't say like how it started. So like, did you just wake up one morning, you couldn't get out of bed, or were you
No,
just very fatigued? Like,
no, it was all of the above, but it was slight at first, but it just rapidly started getting worse. I'm getting worse and worse, and at first you think, oh, I just am sick or whatever, or oh, I'm just not hungry or whatever. But I mean, it rapidly got worse.
so you literally just woke up and you felt that way, and it just was like,
Yeah, you start feeling that way gradually, and then it just rapidly got worse, and it got worse to the point that I'm like, okay, this is not, something that is going to go away. I need to go figure out what was going on.
3 weeks later.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to move on to double battle lupus and cancer. In addition to lupus, you also focus and face that you have cancer. How did you cope with fighting on 2 fronts at the same time?
Let me tell you this. No, seriously.
I'm listening.
I want to tell you this. So let me tell you how I was informed that I had cancer. I went to pick up my grandmother because she had an appointment somewhere or whatever. So we're in the hospital. Well, I'm like, well, I have a appointment, grandma, just come in here. She's sitting in the hospital room with me, and I'm sitting there, and the doctor comes in, and he's like real nonchalant, and this and that, and well, yeah, you got cancer and this and that, cancer and this, and he just kept talking. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Like my brain
whoa. No, just stop right there, back up. What did you just say? And he like, yeah, I don't know how I felt. I was just frozen. I was just numb. I mean, completely dumb. This was just straight out the left field, and went home like anybody else. I thought the worst of the worst. And now I'm like, just for like a good 3-4 days, I'm thinking like how many days I got to live, and this is the end or whatever. And I thank God I have a wife that is a nurse. We sat down. She went into great depth and detail, and we did research and all that. And now I'm already dealing with the failing kidneys, and we got this. And she's like, we went into the whole thing. So after the panic attack, we just took it head on. Like, we're gonna do this.
I love it.
We got to change some things around, but we're gonna do this. And she didn't have to encourage me that, we're gonna fight, because I'm like, yeah, I got things to do. I got life to live. I got living to do, And I just want to give a shout out. I love you, Tanya Owens. So yes.
Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Nurses. We will definitely do that.
Yes.
We would definitely do that. That's so dope that you had that support system. That helped you through that. So after the lupus and you found out the cancer, it was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, after I was calmed down about the cancer part, I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
True fighter. Let's fighter. Go. What lessons have you learned about strength, resilience through these overlapping battles?
Well, I am not always have been like the go-to person in my immediate family. Mm-hmm. So like, I can't really show no weakness because I got all these people looking at me and depending on me. And I don't claim no illness. Like I said before, God has the last. He has the last. He
definitely does.
Yeah. Seriously, does. So I'm just, and the whole thing about it, like a lot of people used to look at me, and it seemed that people will get upset. Like, you don't seem sick. You don't act sick, And I'm like, no.
The intimacy of
people. That's what people do. They feel because if you have some type of ailment, you're supposed to sit down and hold your head down and no. Mm-mm. I have things to do.
That's right. I love what you say.
I have a purpose. Seriously.
No, and that's sad because that's how a lot of doctors are, providers are. Right. When you come in, they are monitoring you first when you walk through the door. So how you walk, how you dress, how you smell, are you groomed, and all that determines if you say that you're in pain, if you really are in pain, because they want pain to look away, which they're trying to break the stigma now. But that's very sad, because you shouldn't have to go and look like what you feel like in order to get the help that you need.
Check. One of my very, very closest friends, one day we all figured this out, and I think this set the tone with everybody, because he actually called me, and I'm like, hello, and he crying on the phone, hey, I love you. I hung up the phone. Like, what are you doing?
You're not about to be making me sad. What's wrong with you?
And you know what? After that, he called me, he apologized, he said, let's go. Yeah, ain't no pity party here. No. Not at all.
I love it.
What is you crying for? So, yeah.
That is funny. I love it. It needs to be. I just love it, because how strong you are. You like, I look at myself when I'm looking at you, and that's how I am. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I just need time, I will communicate that. Maybe, maybe not. It all depends, because we don't like to look weak. But at the end of the day, it's like, what is weak? You know what I'm saying? Like, we are entitled to rest and not feel bad. We are entitled to have our moments and not feel bad. You know what I mean? And people be wanting explanations all the time. But as for me, I'm like, if I sit here and tell you everything I'm going through, that's like saying that I have what I have, right? That's owning it. And I don't like that. And people want that so they can better understand. But it's like, at the same time, you're taking something from me by making me feel vulnerable. You know what I mean? Like, if I need you, I'm going to call you for sure. That support system. But to be in here like, oh my God, you know, I'm just so, it's like, it's really nothing you can do. Like, you can't understand it.
And the thing about it is, like, if you claim it, you know how mentally draining it is?
It is.
You're going to tuck yourself in the corner and, no.
Fight so hard to get out of it. And once you accept it, that was the hardest battle ever.
No. God, man, you better keep fighting. Seriously, you lose time having a pity party.
For sure. For sure. Where those moments where you felt like giving up, and what pulled you through?
I can't recall a moment I felt like giving up.
Hey.
No, seriously, you know, you get tired sometimes, but no. I hate to keep repeating myself, but I got stuff to do.
You got stuff to do.
Seriously. No, I'm being so serious. I never lost a beat, you know, doing this. All right, just imagine if I just I'm all somber and I'm in the corner. No, you can use that energy with figuring out, you know, what's the best way to change your diet? What's the best way to do this? You know, no.
I love it.
Keep your head up and keep it pushing.
For sure.
Seriously.
People don't understand too, like, words are very powerful.
Yes.
It all plays in your mind, and your mindset has to be there for you to operate properly anyways. So it takes a lot to even have that.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Emotional and spiritual impact. Chronic illness often carries an emotional and mental weight. What have been the hardest part for you?
No, I mean, it was just, well, more so just thinking about the end, because now I can't tell you that it was simple, because I had a lot of major setbacks. Mm-hmm. I had a lot of, you know, okay, well, now you have cancer, so you got to wait 5 years to be cancer free to even get on the transplant list, you know. And then I end up having an infection in my ankle. So for 1 minute I'm on the list, now I'm off the list. Now, you know, until we get this, you know, figured out. So that was 2 more years. And it was even situations that when I finally get cleared for everything, got the call in the middle of the night. Yeah, come on, you know what I'm saying, down and excuse me, we have a kidney for you. got into the room. My wife happy. I'm happy. We in the room getting changed and everything. And we in the bed taking a nap because we got there like 3:30 in the morning and come wake us up at like 4:45. And hey, kidney is not a match. You know how heartbreaking. I'm just looking, but my wife, she's broken up. And they're like, oh, well, y'all can just sleep here until I was like, no, we need to get up out of here. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of 2 steps forward, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You know what I mean? So when we finally got the call and they told us this was during the COVID area.
Oh, wow.
So we got packed up, everything, we ready to go. We getting to the hospital, and right at the door, they look and tell my wife, you can't go up. They needed security for her. They really
She
needed
bugged
security.
out.
I'm trying to tell her, calm down. He needs
She ain't
security for
wrong
that one.
though. Like, what are you doing?
She went in, but and now you got to think about the whole time that I'm up there. I'm up there by myself, and we can only talk on the phone or video chat and all that. And that really hurt her so bad that she couldn't be by my side through this journey. And we've been through so much, and she couldn't be there for the end process. So it was
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I can shout out to her for real.
Shout out Tanya.
The soldier Tanya. Oh my God. How has your perspective on life, family, or legacy shifted because of lupus and cancer?
Don't miss a moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't miss a moment. Love hard, forgive, and because life is very short.
For sure.
So, you gotta, you never know. Nobody knows, so cherish what you have, love and love hard, and hey, just keep it going.
Yeah, I'm with you with that. Where did you draw strength from, faith and family and community?
My family always been there, and that's my rock, especially my wife.
The soldier. That's
my rider. That's my rock. Seriously. Even when there was times that I didn't want to, get up. We finna go, Put that down. You can't eat that. You can't eat that. Yeah, she was always on point. Seriously. It got to the point that the doctor stopped talking to me and they'll just ask for her. No.
Because she probably wants to know exactly what's going on, what they say.
My wife's been a nurse for going on 25 years. She's been a cardiac nurse, long-term nurse. Yeah, she wears a lot of hats. And yeah.
That's funny. Did you sneak some things when she told you couldn't have none?
Oh, definitely.
What would you do?
She had to go to work sometime. Yeah.
Did you ever have a reaction for some stuff that you snuck and she had to help you?
Sure did.
How was that?
Because you have to understand, when you on dialysis, you have to have a low sodium diet.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna stop me from frying no chicken, man, oxtails, and I'm a flavor type person. I cook.
Oh my God,
yeah,
that's a lot of.
Then
sodium.
when they get to dialysis, they're like, you got so much water and all this, and they got to take it off, and they call her and let her know, like, yeah, he was way over, and she, that's the type of situation. But hey, I'm a man, so.
You is funny. We're gonna move on to advocacy and legacy. How did you see your story as part of changing the legacy for your future generation and your family?
Just be aware. What a lot of people don't do, especially men. We have something going on and you want to ignore it, or no, especially when you get up to my age. excuse me, you
Okay.
have to go to the doctor, get checked on. You know, I have people that are close to me that uh could have prevented colon cancer and all these different things. And no, take man, put your health first. Anything, do checkups. It's not unmanly to go see a physician.
Say that again,
It's
please.
definitely, it's not unmanly to go see a physician.
Why do
you
you think
know
men don't go to the
uh,
doctor or like going
I
to the
can't tell you
doctor?
because we're stubborn. But if you stop thinking of yourself and start thinking about the people that you love,
For
and
sure.
the people, I think about my grandkids, my family, and these are all the people that depend on me, and they will hurt so bad, even not only if I passed away, but if I passed away on something that I could have prevented.
Hmm.
So go see the doctor
Yes.
always.
Yes. I love it. If you could speak directly to someone newly diagnosed with lupus or facing a double diagnose, what would you want them to hear? What would you say to them?
I would tell you to, before you panic, be informed,
Yes.
research,
Yes.
go in depth, and and find out what is your situation, what is the probability, or how, what could you do to better yourself to treat your illness, and just don't go by what the doctor said, because a lot of people don't understand a lot of these medical terms. So do your due diligence and explore on your own.
Yes, for sure. People always ask, like even me, people always ask, like, what is that? And I always tell them, go read it. You come tell me
Right.
because it's different when you're communicating that with someone versus reading it. It
Right.
hits different.
Right.
So
Right. There's a lot of information out there.
for sure.
And if you have lupus, you got to understand we are called lupus
That's
warriors.
right.
So
Say it
you have to
again.
fight, understand, research. Don't have a pity party. Stand up strong, because this is only temporary. It can be fixed. That's all you have to do is gain knowledge for yourself about what's going on with you and your body. And that's what I
Yes.
will tell them.
And when you are in tune with your body tell you when you
Oh,
had too
definitely.
much of anything,
Oh,
overly doing anything, like it definitely talks to you.
definitely. Pay attention to the signs.
Pay attention to the signs. And now I'm telling people to, know your blood type, learn your blood type,
Right.
because depending on what blood type you have, you cannot
Mhm.
eat certain things, even though they say like everything green is
Yep.
we supposed to have it. But if you have a certain type of blood type, you can't eat that.
Right.
So you are already inflaming your body.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure. Um, what role does advocacy and storytelling play in healing and raising awareness?
Oh, plays a major role. The more that you inform in the awareness and raise awareness, the more. So when especially, well, when I first had it, like I said, I was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in my family, nobody around me, absolutely did not know anything about lupus or what it was, or so a lot of people who didn't even understand my story and what I was going on. It was just way over their head, until I started really getting sick. Then everybody wanted to, tune in and just seek more information so they can relate to what I was going through. So awareness is key, seriously, and especially with a person like me that have this um, illness going through my bloodline. Oh, everybody has to know, and that's why I was holding the gatherings for lupus awareness. Oh, we passing out pamphlets, we talking about it. I just wanted to just spread the word, because there were so many people that didn't have a clue of what it was.
And they still don't,
Exactly.
which is
So
which is wild to me.
yeah.
Why do you think lupus is not getting the publicity it needs as far as cancer?
I couldn't even tell you, darling. And if you look at the statistics
Oh yeah.
of so many people that has this, you know, and it's like on the back burner because, and I believe because they, when they say a person have lupus, they go, well, it's uncurable or whatever, you know what I mean? But no, it should be put to the forefront just like everything else. And we should start researching and just, stop, short stopping the information or the research on that. You know what I mean? So I think that we should have the same much awareness and knowledge and research just as well as all the other ones,
For sure. So do you, or I heard you said you did. So did you stop doing the picnic? That's what you were doing?
Yes, I stopped doing them. But
Why?
um I felt that people were just taking for granted what I was doing because everything I was doing was out of pocket,
Oh yeah.
out of my pocket,
Oh
and
yeah.
I didn't mind because I wanted to do it my way.
Mhm.
But once you having these big events like this, a lot of people, I believe, took advantage of it, and they just felt like it was just a big,
Party.
a big party. You know what I mean? And I just didn't like the avenue that it was going, so I just pulled out.
Was it your heart's to hearts to do? Like, is like, do you miss it? Do you wish
I
that you would have
do,
continued
and a
on?
lot of people ask me, and my son actually, the one that has lupus, he asked me just previously, like, what you think about having another one, and I said if I can answer you right now today, I would say no. I said, but I would give it a lot of thought.
And I say that because I also have a nonprofit organization called Lupus Has No Face. It's a
Hmm.
501c3. Little bit over 5 years in the game, and I can definitely understand what you're talking about. Like, it's very expensive when the grants don't come through or the
Hmm.
sponsorships and all that stuff
Right.
doesn't come through. And it's been many times, and I'm just like, even the day of, I'm like,
Yeah, but
you know,
yeah,
I don't want to do it. But it's like the feedback that I get, like a lot of warriors are very private and they won't do it right then and there. But the feedback that I have gotten with all of the events that I have thrown, the book that I've wrote, like, it's just like you can't, and that's what actually keeps me going because it's helping them
right.
in some way, form, or fashion. It's helping them and sharing their stories. Is, they look forward to the things that I'm doing. And so my motto is like, I don't care if it's one person that came and I spent all of this money, like I helped one person.
You know what? I think me and you should sit down and talk.
We should.
Seriously.
We should.
But like the reason why I say that is because you probably, well, you definitely have the largest platform of the lupus warriors. And so like when I was doing it um basically for, it was like a lot of friends and family that just attended. We tried to inform them and all that. But if we can reach out to a lot of people that does have lupus, oh yeah, I'll do it again.
We gonna definitely
I
talk
I will do it
because I think
again.
that'll be dope.
I will do it again, and we'll do it really big.
You speaking my language.
I'm dead serious. We at that, that right there would, yeah, that'll pull me back in.
Yeah, and then like even after that, follow ups. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
always good to have a follow up because people always want to know what's next. Because
right,
I'm gonna say because it's we feel unseen and unheard and things of that nature. So
definitely.
when we have someone that we can talk to or events and things, because sometimes people don't have the energy that me and you have, and they
Right.
can't do a lot of the regular things that we do. So having those type of events just for our warriors, like
Hmm.
they definitely appreciate that.
Yeah,
So I
I,
think you should,
I agree.
you know. Um, so we're gonna move into closing. What's next for you in your journey? Any projects, advocacy work, or personal goals you'd like to share?
I'm sorry to say, but no, but you got my wheels turning now, so we definitely could put something together.
I like to hear
Seriously,
that. I like to hear
um,
that.
yeah, I think we can definitely put something together.
Do you attend any lupus anything?
No,
That's so crazy. So have you heard of anything that I've done?
No.
No. Do you?
I'm sorry that I don't mean to interrupt you, but
Okay.
I'm kind of a private person. I am. So I no, but I'm really, really honored to meet you. And I think we can do some big things, seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because having a male, like, it just changes the game because a lot of males don't come forward that have it.
Right.
And I feel like they take it worse than the women. So to have someone that looks like you, talk like you, like, I think that would be so dope.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Finally, how can listeners connect with you, support your journey, or anything that you following along? I know you said that you private, but like they're gonna see this if they want to talk to you or anything like that. And it's okay if it's a no. You know, you an advocate. So
Okay.
I mean, advocacy, you speaking to people, right?
Yeah. That's true.
And it's all on your time and on your turf.
Okay.
He did say he was private, you guys. So if he does do this, you have to show him grace.
Okay. Well, I'm not really on the internet or anything like that, but I do have a TikTok page. I go on TikTok to laugh. So
You got TikTok. Yeah. Who don't have TikTok?
It's funny though. But you can reach me at Donnell 74. DONNIELOVE 74
on TikTok. Tone, can you please drop the tags so they can? And just let me know how that turned out. I will love to see, who all reaches out to you because people gravitate towards individuals. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you so much for coming. I can't wait till you come on again. It's been such a pleasure.
Just give me a call.
I definitely will. Thank you guys for tuning in to another wonderful episode of Lupus Has No Face. Now, remember, if you need any type of counseling, coaches, and accepting anything that you're doing that you feel stuck in, please do reach out to me. I am also a life coach as well. And you can also purchase the book of God Living Well with Lupus on Amazon or www.lupushasnoface.com. Just to get any organizations. It's not even just for lupus warriors, it's for everyone. We are live every Wednesday on all platforms at 6:30. If you did miss the show, please go to Lupus Has No Face podcast. And while you're there, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.